chat. Hello. Hello. What's going on, everybody? Oh, Mullen. Owen, what up? Lewis, what up? TA, what up? Everybody say hey in the chat. Johnny, Mystery, what's going on? We're waiting for everybody to roll in. You guys are actually early. Tammy, cheers from Toronto. Cheers from Miami. What up, Charles? What up, James? What up, Cosmin? What up, Rasha? What up, Kenny? We're waiting for everyone to roll in. It's going to take a sec. Santiago, what up, big dog? Tina? What's going on, y'all? Hey from BC. Brooklyn, what up? Cheers from Edmonton. Wow, we got Canadians in here. Is that the Ricardo from last week? Ricardo, what up, man? Cheers from Kentucky. What's going on? All right. Just waiting for everyone to roll in. Yeah, where are you guys from? Alvin, what up, man? Tina, what up? Afif, what up? Brazil, how did you get here? If there's no sound, click on the screen. Rasha in Calgary, Clay in Northern Colorado, Mystery in Texas. You're a mystery, huh? Very mysterious. Raya, what up? Bradley, shout out Colorado. I'm currently in Miami. This is live, by the way, guys. We are live currently. My Instagram is down. I don't know if you guys noticed that. Tennessee, you're the only 10 I see. Ohio, what up? Where you at? I'm currently in Miami, Florida. This is not a fake background, by the way. You can see some buildings out there. Delaware, huh? There's people that live in Delaware? Owen from the UK. All right, enough music. All right, I might start this a little early because I feel like people are going to be rolling in kind of late. Can you guys give me a 1 in the chat if you guys can see and hear me? We're going to get started in like a minute here. Sorry. Quincy and NYC, huh? Oh, you're right up the street, Fort Lauderdale. Perfect. Okay. All right, cool. All right, usually I start this a little bit later, but you know what? We got enough people in here. Let's get it going. A couple hundred of you right now. All right, great. Cool, let's get it. Okay, not that one. Let's go right here. All right, everybody. This is why you're all here. We're gonna talk about how we're gonna build a $300,000 a year AI ghostwriting business. My name is Cardinal Mason. My real name is just Mason, but Cardinal is kind of like just like a title, I guess. Not like the Pope. Okay. So the purpose of this is I want to teach you one of the highest leverage skills that you can learn in 2026. Something that you can learn in about a week's time and can be completed with AI in about 30 minutes a day per client, and has more demand from rich people than any other service you can offer as a freelancer or agency owner. So the information I have in this presentation for you is likely some of the most valuable information you'll see this year. I know a lot of people just say that, but I really do mean it. And you'll see why in a second, okay? So this is an opportunity that you're entering at the perfect time where the average client pays between $3,000 and $5,000 a month. You can come in as a beginner and sign deals with little to no experience or education. And you can automate this process with Claude, which is an AI tool, meaning you do not need to be a talented writer for this to work. So if you hear ghostwriting and you think you're actually writing, most of the time, that's not what you're doing. It's mostly automated, okay? So in 90 minutes, I'm gonna explain the following. You're gonna understand who your target market is, so like who you're selling to and how to reach them effectively. You will understand not just how to provide this service, but how to do it better with people you're competing against. And lastly, you will understand how this can turn into a multi-6-figure a year business for you that only takes between 2 and 3 hours a day to manage and grow. I don't know if that sounds like kind of a crazy promise to make you, but that's really not that insane. I'm going to show you some examples of people who are doing that actively right now. Okay. So drop a 1 in the chat if this sounds like something you're interested in. By the way, there's a crazy delay between when you say 1 in the chat and when I see it. It's like 8 seconds. So if I'm like unresponsive at first, that's why. Okay. So you might already have some skepticism here. I understand that. You probably saw me on an ad and this is how you got here. If this opportunity is this good, why is this Cardinal Mason guy sharing it with us? Like, why doesn't he just build this himself and build a massive ghostwriting agency that can make 7 figures a year in profit for himself? Which is a great question, right? So here's why. So this is what my messages, my inbox, my DMs, Slack messages look like on a weekly basis. So this guy, Matt Epstein, no relation, needs to hire copywriters for me. He needs to hire 3 of them. And he was willing to pay a decent salary to each one of those. Okay. And then there's another guy who I work with. He's an agency owner. His name is Wiz of Ecom. His real name is Mubu. And he needed writers for his agency. This is somebody who hit me up earlier this year looking for a ghostwriter for LinkedIn, and he was willing to pay around $2 to $3K a month. And then another guy who needs to hire for his agency and needed a bunch of writers, 3 people, okay? So on a weekly basis, I have between 2 and 5 jobs that need to be filled by a writer from my network. I have marketing agencies looking to hire writers. I have 7 to 8 figure entrepreneurs looking to hire writers. There's about, without exaggeration, about $100,000 a month worth of opportunities that flow through me alone, right? So I'm one guy. As much as I wish I could take on all of these at once, I cannot do that. I can't. It is not possible for me to take all these on myself. The market needs ghostwriters and they're willing to pay for it, okay? If you follow along with this presentation, take notes and you stay to the end, you will be well equipped to take advantage of this opportunity and stack 2 to 3 high-paying clients before summer. That's my goal for you, okay? Sound good? Yes in the chat? Everything all good? Cool. All right. So who am I? Greetings from a former bum. All right. I know I look like I live pretty well right now. This wasn't always the case. I'm from Hamilton in Canada. I live in Miami now. I wouldn't say I'm dumb, but I'm not like the smartest guy. I wanted to be a lawyer. That's when I realized that I wasn't that smart because I compared myself to other lawyers or future lawyers. And I was like, not going to happen. I discovered copywriting in 2018 and I wasted about 18 months before actually trying it. When I did try it, I signed 2 clients in my first month. So in my first year copywriting, I made $59,000. Second year, $230,000. My third year in business, I made $890,000. My fourth year in business, $3.3 million. I've generated around $50 million in client revenue total. So money I've made for other people. And I've built 5 unique 7-figure businesses since 2020 when I started. All right. So my job today is now, like I said, I live in Miami. I have 3 family members on payroll. I'm working with 4 main banger copywriting clients. I work with hundreds of students at a time, teaching them how to make money online. And I started exactly where you are right now, sitting in a room like this where you're a little bit confused. You have no idea what's going on. You're trying to learn, you're trying to make some money, you're trying to make your first 10K a month online or whatever. That was me just a few years ago. Okay. So this is unlike any free class that I've ever done before. I should just tell you this up front. This is an entirely new presentation that I made to talk about this new opportunity that has recently become available. I'm going to walk you through how this all works. And at the end, I will give you the opportunity to claim thousands of dollars worth of course content for $0. All right. That's my promise to you. All I ask is that you stay to the end so that you can learn everything I'm about to teach you, because that's obviously the most important thing. What I need from you is implementation. Okay. So nothing I talk about in today's free class will make any difference to your bank account if you don't aggressively act on it. Doesn't matter if you don't have experience. Doesn't matter if you're not confident in yourself. Does not matter if you don't feel ready. Nobody ever feels ready when they start anything. All right. If you think about it, nobody ever feels ready when they do something. If you wait until you feel ready before implementing, nothing's ever going to happen. I can promise you that. Okay. So make me a promise that you're here because you're actually willing to change your financial circumstances by attending this class today. And tell me that you're here because you're sick of not making the amount of money you want to make and you're ready to do the work. So just give me a yes in the chat if that's true. We got a bunch of Canadians. That's awesome. Okay, cool. All right. So I'll say it one more time. Ghostwriting is one of the best opportunities for a beginner to make money online that I've ever seen. So either you're in it with me or you're going to watch hundreds of people make money from the sidelines all tonight in this class. All right. So I've spent the last 3 years coaching copywriters to make millions of dollars. I think combined right now, my students do over $1 million a month, like all together. This is Wilco, who in 1 week closed 2 clients for $38,000 total. So almost $40,000 in a single week. This is him making that almost in a day. And then we have Evan Hansen, who's currently in the chat. He quit his job at 17. And then we did a video in October when he was making $20K a month. I think he's above that now. I think he's probably closer to 30 and he's 18 years old. We have Hira, who makes around $13,000 a month, living in Pakistan, and is a mom of 2 kids. All right. So this business model pulled me out of actual poverty. I was very poor when I started this. Got me out of $18,000 in debt in 6 months. Give me a better life than most people on the planet. I'm not stopping until I help you do the same. And there's more than enough room for everyone to make life-changing money. There's a lot of opportunity here. Okay. So as I said up top, I've been teaching copywriters to make money online kind of as a hobby since 2021, but professionally since 2023. This is one of the things that I am best at, and I plan on making a serious impact on you today. All right. So now let's talk about what copywriting, marketing, ghostwriting actually is, like what you're actually doing. All right. So copywriting is a broad term that encompasses dozens of different services that involve you writing words that help businesses make money. Now, obviously in 2026, everyone's using AI. Like, it's not like it's a threat to your job. All copywriters to do their jobs use AI to some degree. All right. So things like writing marketing emails for brands. This is an email that was written by a friend of mine. Her name's Hannah. She's a nasty copywriter for e-commerce. She wrote this for Bala at the end of last year, and this email did numbers. That's what an e-commerce email looks like. You have writing landing pages and product descriptions for brands, so stuff like this. This is another friend of mine, his brand, Mars Men. They do very well. This is a product description. This is like a landing page, right? You have ads for online or local businesses. So you have stuff like this. Agency Lab, they were massive a couple of years ago. This is an ad. This is some of the stuff that you'd write as a copywriter. Writing blogs for content sites, another example. This is another brand I used to work at actually way back in the day in 2020, writing blogs for them to help sell like shampoo and beard care stuff. And then writing sales pages or VSLs, right? So that's what this looks like. You've probably seen these before, where it's just a video on a page trying to sell you something. So this is all copywriting. All of that is copywriting. It's all the same thing, right? These are still viable services to sell in 2026. And I still do all of these, but right now, there's more demand for content writers than there's ever been. Why is that? Let's think about it. Because every entrepreneur knows that building a personal brand online is the easiest way to scale an existing business. Everybody wants free money. Nobody wants to pay for ads or pay for flyers to hand out or even like sales guys to cold call people. They know that if they can post on social media and they just attract a bunch of customers, that's free money. That's how they get fuck you rich, okay? It's the sexiest thing in the world to them. So if you own a software company, right? You're an entrepreneur, you own a software company, and your average deal size is $5,000. You only need 20 customers from social media to make 100K a month. 20 people. That's all you need to make 100K a month. If you're in real estate and you charge $10,000 up front to teach people how to do fix and flips or buy portfolio Section 8 properties, like coaching stuff, you need 10 customers from social media to make 100K a month. Just 10 people, right? If you install pools in people's backyards and you charge 20K for the average installation, you need 5 customers from social media to make 100K a month. Just 5 people, right? And if you're an e-commerce brand owner, you're trying to raise money, you're looking to get attention from wealthy investors for a seed round, you could raise $1 million in a single day if you have an audience on social media. I've seen this happen. There are guys that I know that do this. And there are so many different types of people that you can help with this business, and they stand to make tons of money from the work you can do for them. And because of that, they're willing to pay a lot. Let's figure out exactly how much they're willing to pay. So when you're writing for platforms like LinkedIn and Twitter, writing text content, you can make between $3,000 and $5,000 a month typically. That's where a lot of these deals land, $3,000 to $5,000 a month. You can script short form. So basically write what people would say on camera for an Instagram reel or a TikTok. That's between $2,000 and $5,000 a month. You know, sometimes it's a little bit lower because, you know, it's more work for the client to do it, but that's where you can land for that. And then scripting long form content for YouTube. So writing a full YouTube video for them, which takes you about an hour, but you can make $5,000 to $8,000 a month doing that. Crazy numbers, right? So why do that include the pluses? Like how much higher can it go? It can go a lot higher. So when we talk about the term driving traffic, what that means is in the marketing world, we refer to eyeballs as traffic. So strangers will see the content you created for your clients, like they'll watch a YouTube video or they'll see an Instagram reel or read a post on LinkedIn. They'll click the link in the client's bio and spend money on whatever they're selling. And whenever that happens, you're in a position to negotiate something called revenue share. So this is how you get actually rich in the marketing world. So a lot of people think you can only make like 2-3K a month doing copywriting or ghostwriting, and it's like not that big of it. No, you can make crazy numbers. Like you can do upwards of $1 million a year if you're really good. When you have revenue share agreements, one single client could be worth $10,000 a month or more. Recently, this was 2 months ago now, there was a client who I was working with and I generated a little over $150,000 from traffic that I drove to his business. And he cut me a check for $15,200. And you can see that I have my reminder for copy and be call. So it's obviously my screenshot for $15,200 because that's rev share. Okay. One single client for a month of work. Anybody here want to potentially make this amount of money while only working 30, 60 minutes a day? Yes, no, maybe in the chat. That would be cool, right? So this isn't just possible, it's probable. which is a lot more important. This means that this already exists within reality, and all you need to do is learn the skills and systems to get there for yourself. So give me a 1 in the chat if you guys are ready to learn. Okay, awesome. I see Milad in there. What up, buddy? So you need 3 main things in order to build an AI ghostwriting business in 2026. You need an online presence, you need an understanding of ghostwriting and content, and you need basic sales proficiency. So for online presence, you need to stand out as the best option among a bunch of unserious people. You guys know this. You know that you're better than most people and that you're a better fit and you should be hired over this next guy. How do you stand out? I'll show you. How to build trust with a potential client so you can command higher fees. So instead of getting $1,000 a month retainer, some bullshit like that, you get $5,000 a month or $6,000 or $8,000. How to look like an expert so clients actually want to work with you. They respond to you. They treat you with respect. How do you do that? Then understanding of ghostwriting and content. So how to easily create content that has potential to go viral or make money for your clients. How to script quality content in minutes without it looking like AI slop. Because I don't know about you, I can tell when something's pure AI. I hate it. I don't want to read it. I lose respect for people. And then how to go above and beyond for clients so that they pay you forever. That's what you want, right? So, and then sales proficiency. How to find thousands of people to potentially hire you. Okay, I don't know if you think there's like not that many people that need this. There's tens of thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of people, and I'll show you how to find them. How to reach out to 30 to 50 people a day without it feeling like a lot of work, because I don't know if that sounds like a lot. It's really not. You can do that in 2 hours. And how to close deals even if you're not a natural salesperson. So me, myself, I'm not a natural salesperson. I learned this way late in my career. So if you're not, I can still show you how to do it, okay? So in less than 30 minutes, I will demonstrate everything you need in order to get your first client in the next 30 days. If you're locked in, put a 1 in the chat, please. Okay, awesome. Let's get it. So I guarantee you, as I talk about online presence right now, that this is the thought you currently have in your head. You're thinking, it's nice that Mason is starting with this bullshit, but I really wish he just skipped to the part where he tells us how to get clients so I can learn how to make money. That's what you want. That's what you're thinking, right? The reason I know you're thinking that is because that's exactly what I used to think when I was a beginner. And all I cared about was what to say to get someone to pay me $5,000 right now. But here's the truth. Without having this first part set up, nobody's going to pay you $5,000 to do anything, no matter what you say to them. Okay? It doesn't matter. I can give you the perfect thing to say to the perfect prospect who's got $2 million in the bank, and you're still not going to get the money because you don't have the right setup. Okay? So having a strong and professional online presence will allow you to sign deals in less time and for a lot more money. All right? They won't give you the runaround and they won't try and lowball you because they don't do that to me. And there's a reason for that. Okay? So let's play a little game. If you were a business owner, which one of these guys would you reply to if they cold pitched you? The one on the left or the one on the right? Obviously, the one on the left. Why is that? He spent $10 on the Meta blue check to make himself look verified, to be verified. He has a clean profile pic. He has a clean bio. It just says where he's at, what he's done, and what he currently does. He has his website linked. You can see right there, blastoff.co. And he has story highlights of the work he's done. So even if you don't have client wins or whatever, just something that makes you look like a human. This is the type of person who kills it in online business. All right. This guy, and he doesn't even have a lot of followers. He's got less than 2,000 followers and he probably cleans up when it comes to doing outreach. He took 10 minutes to make his profile look professional and made his entire sales process easier. That's it. All right. Same thing for his LinkedIn. In 10 minutes, just by adding a good pick and a decent bio, he made himself way more marketable. He looks like the type of person that you'd want to work with. All right. Meta verified check costs you $10. If you did want to buy followers, which you don't have to do, you can get 1,000 for like $20. A decent picture of yourself is free. Writing a decent bio is free. And for another like $30, you can go above and beyond for real and make yourself way more legit than 99% of people. Just build a basic website. It literally will take you like an hour or less. Something sexy that you're proud of. Something that lives on the internet, has all your info. You can mark your territory online, start to build a brand for yourself, make yourself look like a real business, which you actually are. Make yourself look like somebody that can command a $5,000 a month retainer fee. So just go and buy a domain that you like. You build a whole website sometimes with an AI prompt and you're done in 30 minutes. Okay. And this is a student's website. This isn't exactly a gorgeous website, but this is Derek Hernandez, one of our top guys right now. This is the website he has. And it just makes him look more legit. That's it. Okay. That's it for this section. We got through it. I hope you can see now how simple it is to get ahead of everybody else. All you need to do is make your Instagram and LinkedIn profile look like a real human being, not like a bot, and make a website in 30 minutes that has your main message, who you help, why you do what you do, a link to book a call with you, and links to your socials. Okay, super easy. So now let's get to the fun part. This is exactly what you're doing for people that will make you $3,000 to $5,000 a month in 30 minutes a day. Okay, this is what you've all been waiting for. So remember what your job is. All you have to do is write content using AI for business owners that helps them get more views and more customers on social media. That's it. You don't have to go viral. Not every post is going to go viral. It's not going to happen. It doesn't matter who you are. Not every post has to drive $10,000 in sales. But if you post once a day for your client and it's good content, they will make money. All right. So once I show you the examples of the types of content that clients want to post on their social media, you'll see how simple this is. And I'll show you how to use AI to do all this anyway. And you're going to be in 90% of the way to being an actual ghostwriter. All right. Very, very, very simple stuff. I don't know if you guys are still thinking like, oh, well, I really don't know what I'm going to say. I don't know how I'm going to make client or content for these clients. Like, I don't know. I don't want to mess up. I don't want to like, don't worry about it. It's really not that deep or that difficult. Okay. So just take a look at this content here. You don't have to read the whole thing. Let me just show you some examples here. This is like what prints on LinkedIn right now. So on the left, you have a guy who does sales management. His name is Dylan Rich, and he has a post about how he's a sales manager. That's pretty much it. You have a guy in the middle, Russell. So he's like a young kid. He's like 17 or 18 years old, and he trains salespeople. And then you have the guy on the right, and he owns an advertising agency. Alex Fedorov, one of the smartest guys I know. Okay. So you can see they're kind of just posting like little stories or things that they do at work or things that people might find valuable or things that can educate somebody. Super simple stuff. And by the way, this is all written with AI, all of this stuff. So the stuff that does well on text platforms like LinkedIn and Twitter is story-based content. So talking about your experience running your business, the odd things that happen in your day-to-day, subtly bragging about how smart and cool you are, stuff like that, right? That's kind of what Dylan Rich did. You have educational content, which is teaching people helpful things and making yourself look like a genius. And then you have case study content. So talking about customers of your business and explaining why they were a success story, what transformation they had, whatever, right? If you write daily content that hits one of those buckets, your client will easily be able to generate $10,000 to $100,000 a month from the work you do, okay? It will not be that difficult. All you got to do is write a post a day and they pretty much will make money. That's kind of all you got to do. I'll give you an example of somebody who currently pays a ghostwriter $4,500 a month and makes around $60,000 to $80,000 a month from Twitter. Okay, so check this out. So this is like your ideal client. This is who you want to work with. This is Jeremy Haynes. He's Grant Cardone's former copywriter, by the way. In one of his first marketing gigs, he was writing for Grant Cardone. Everyone knows who he is. He's like a big real estate sales guy. Multi-8-figure agency owner and business coach. He's worked with all the influencers like Dan Locke, Ty Lopez, Cody Sanchez, biggest gurus on the planet, right? We're buddies. We hang out. We went to lunch recently. We went to a Heat game last season, and he gave me this trophy at the end of last year for being good at business. All right. Jeremy, I believe, is one of the best marketers on the planet. There are maybe a couple hundred people in the world who can say they've done what he's done. He's a very, very talented guy. He knows how to make money. Let me show you who writes all of Jeremy's content. This guy right here. That's a terrible pic of us. We look awful, but his name is Lutz. His full name is Lucien, but we call him Lutz. So my buddy Lutz started ghostwriting for Jeremy in June of 2025 and uses AI to do 90% of his work for him. Okay. And Lutz gets paid $4,500 a month to write tweets like this for Uncle Jeremy. And that $4,500 that Jeremy pays Lutz turns into a $60,000 to $80,000 a month paycheck for his coaching business. All right. So you can see, like, sorry, there's a fly in here. The tweet's not that crazy. It's literally just talking about being rich, just like content about like what it's like to be fucking rich. And that's what attracts the people that are going to pay Jeremy to join his mastermind. Okay. Even though Jeremy is more than capable of writing content on social media and making himself go viral on his own, he's way too busy to do that. The guy literally works 15 hours a day. He doesn't have time to think about Twitter. All right. He'd rather pay my friend Lutz, even if it's only 30 minutes a day of work. All right. So when Lutz signed Jeremy, it wasn't like Lutz already knew everything about his new client, knew exactly what type of content to write, and knew the best ways to bring in revenue for Jeremy's program. Lutz was going in blind. He was like, how am I supposed to write content about a guy I don't even know? But there's something called an onboarding process, and I'll show you how that works. This is what makes or breaks your ability to deliver good work for your client. If you nail this, the rest of you can literally have a client for a year, and it's like an hour a week of work. Like, it's so simple, okay? So every ghostwriter in 2026 uses AI. It's not a matter of like, oh, am I allowed to use that? Everyone does. You're allowed to. You're supposed to. You're dumb if you don't. Only the good ones know how to make it sound human though. So that's the difference. So this is all you have to do. This is very important. You need to write this down or take screenshots because this is where we're going to go fairly fast. And this is super important. Like if you're going to actually do this, you need to have this stuff. Okay. So step one is study good content. So in case you're unfamiliar with what quality LinkedIn content looks like, just study the greats. Okay. Chase Diamond's LinkedIn posts are a prime example of what works for that platform. Chase Diamond is a mentor of mine, and he has a business that revolves around LinkedIn, and he makes a lot of money off that. So you can see, if you just go to Chase Diamond, you can see all of his posts and stuff like that. And you can basically not copy what he does, but you can take inspiration. So he's got like 450,000 followers. He doesn't always go viral, but he still makes $2 million a year from the posts he creates. And I talk to him about this all the time. All right. So these are verified numbers. Just looking at what he posts will give you a good idea of what LinkedIn content is supposed to look like. And I'll make it a lot easier for you, okay? Just to give you a frame of reference. Because like you're on Instagram all the time, you watch YouTube videos, maybe you're even on Twitter. But odds are you're probably not like scrolling LinkedIn. So it's good to know kind of what the content looks like. And then you need to gather data from the client. So this is actually the most important part of the process. After you sign a client, they need to answer a bunch of questions that you prepare for them, like an interview. And this will allow you to write infinite content for them that sounds like them. It'll sound like it's on brand for them. So here's the list of questions. This is where you need to screenshot, okay? So question one, how did you start the business you're running now? Talk about the come up story, roadblocks, things that contributed to success. Question two, what values do you have personally, professionally? What separates you from everybody else? Number three, what are the major upsides and downsides of running a business like yours? Question four, what are some of the things you wish you knew before starting? So all stuff that's going to make it easy for you to write posts about them, like biographical stuff, right? Question five, what do most people get wrong about the business that you're in? 6, what are the main limiting beliefs that your target customer holds that you wish you could undo? Number 7, what do you love and hate about the industry you're in? And number 8, what are some of the best customer transformations? Give examples of how your product or service has genuinely changed someone's life. These are the questions that you ask, okay? And now I'll show you what we're gonna do with them. So whether the client answers these questions in text format, like they give you a document back, or video format, you're gonna feed all of this to Claude in one big prompt. I'll show you that now. So you're gonna go to Claude, and by the way, Claude is just like ChatGPT. If you don't know this already, Claude is just like ChatGPT, but it's just better. It just sounds more human. It gives better responses. It's less sycophantic. It's just better, all right? It's the same price. It's $20 a month. So you go and you make a project, and the project is called the name of the client, whoever it is. And then what are you trying to achieve? This doesn't matter. This doesn't actually go into the project. It's just like what you're describing. And then this first prompt, this is what you have to say. So again, screenshot this. You don't even have time to write it down. So here's what I have in here. So this is how I'm like trying to get Claude to know how to write this kind of content. If I don't give Claude this and I just say, hey, write me a post for this guy, it's going to sound like AI slop. It has no context. It needs to know what to do and why. So you say, I've just been hired as a ghostwriter. The client is a fitness coach who works with men in their 40s to get lean without spending hours in the gym. The ideal client or customer is a dad who works a demanding white collar job and doesn't have time to do any meal prep or anything. Spend 2 hours a week in the gym. Client will be using LinkedIn as a traffic channel to attract this archetype, this person, and sign them as clients. And I say, your job is to write compelling viral content that will resonate with this demo. And then at the bottom, I say, attach this document where the client outlines all the things that they stand for as a personal brand, as well as the type of content they wish to make. Use this document as a reference for all of the content that you create. And you just throw it in files or whatever. And then all of that info, Claude's gonna go, okay, I got it. I feel like I know this person. Now I can write on their behalf. And you're gonna get way better content like this. This is all you have to do, okay? So if you prompt it exactly how I did and the client answers your questions in detail, you just created a machine that can pump out daily posts with a simple prompt like, write a post that talks about the struggles of the client's demographic and how the client's product solves it. Or write a post that talks about a major transformation that the client's customer has had. Or, and if you can't think of what to write, prompt it with, give me 5 potential topics that we could post about on LinkedIn for client today. And it'll give you bang, 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 and you just pick one. And then once Claude gives you a post that you like, you take 2 minutes to edit it and make it sound human, and then you're done. Okay? Because also, AI is not dumb. AI is not stupid. It knows what can perform on LinkedIn. It's not going to give you some shit that like is probably going to flop. Obviously, some posts will flop. That's just how it is. But AI is good enough now where it can like give you, if you give it that much information all up front, it can give you something that's pretty close to like what's going to do well on that platform because it knows. All right. Because think about it. AI also has access to all of the content on LinkedIn. It knows what the metrics are. It's all the same for Instagram, same for YouTube, right? So even if you're not a natural writer, this is something you can do. You're borrowing the system that my students and I use to deliver content that makes clients a shit ton of money and allows us to get paid as well. All right. So drop a 1 in the chat if you're still following along. I know that was a lot. Okay, cool. Good stuff, folks. All right, so let's talk about getting clients. So this used to be the scariest part of the process, people, because of one thing, which is just imposter syndrome. All of you have imposter syndrome. None of you think you can do this. You're all too scared. Now that you have AI, you get to move with the same confidence that I have. And I don't have imposter syndrome. Humbly, I know that I'm good at this, right? I know I'm a good copywriter because I've generated over $50 million for the businesses I've worked with in the past 5-6 years now. I've worked with multiple businesses doing millions a month, some of which you've heard of, and I have confidence through experience. And when I go out to get clients, I have the gift of conviction, right? So the reason you can have the gift of conviction is because there's not much difference between what you can do with AI and what I can do with AI. Like we have the same prompts. We're using similar fundamental knowledge. Like I just gave you the prompt, you know what I mean? So AI has leveled the playing field. You have a nuclear bomb. And so do I. There is zero reason to be intimidated by anything that happens when you're doing outreach. Okay. You have the skills built in once you know how to use AI. So that means there are no more excuses for why you can't do this and go out and get clients. I'm going to show you how you can use AI to help make the client acquisition process even easier than it already is. Okay. So first we need to figure out where to find leads. This part's easy. Like I used to waste time telling people about all these different methods. There's only one that you need, and it's Instagram search. Just searching keywords on Instagram. All right. Almost every business that you're ever going to work with has some sort of presence on Instagram, and whoever you want to work with can be found with the click of a button. So agency owners, info products, software companies, local businesses, neighborhood pot dealers, they're all on Instagram. So if you want to work with fitness coaches, what do you think you'd search up in the search bar on Instagram? You guys are all geniuses. You don't need this. You type in fitness coach or fitness coaches. And then what happens is you get all these people that are selling fitness coaching courses or programs that are popping up on Instagram, and you just pitch all these people. Let's zero in on this guy right here. So Hedge Nasty, right? 300,000 followers. He has a coaching program. It looks like he does pretty well, right? It looks like his stuff works. And it looks like, he's probably making money here, right? The general rule of thumb is that for beginners, for you guys, 1 in 200 DMs sent will be a client. It sounds like a lot, but 1 in 200, that's a client. That's a paying client. Once you get more advanced, it's like 1 in 100. And once you've been doing it as long as I have, me and like a couple, like, a handful of people in my inner circle and stuff like that, it's like 1 in 20. Like you just can't miss, you know what I mean? Like you just know who to shoot on. So let's figure out what you can say to a dude like Hedge Nasty to get him to hire you. So what do we know about him? He makes fitness content. He has a coaching program. He has a pretty big audience on Instagram. He doesn't look that rich. He could probably make a little more money. You know what I mean? He doesn't look like a guru. He's not like living in Dubai or anything, right? So this is a great example of someone who would crush on LinkedIn. So he's a fitness coach, and it sounds a lot like the person we just prompted Claude to start making content for, right? Like, think about that. There's a sea of older corporate guys on LinkedIn who would benefit from fitness coaching, and he can help them. Like, if he can talk about how, here's how you get fit, if you're working a job, because like LinkedIn is all people who are employed. If you're working a job and you're working 50 hours a week and you still want to get in shape, here's how you do it. Like a post like that, and you can teach someone how to do that. Like those people who make money will pay this guy Hedge Nasty. So if we want to give him some more eyeballs, we can write him long form posts on LinkedIn or Twitter targeted to people who are busy and don't have time to stay in shape without extra help. We can write 5 to 10 posts a week for him, help him grow, and he'll end up making an extra 20 to 30K a month. Probably, right? Like let's say his coaching program is $5,000. We can't get 4 people to pay him a month. I think we could. That's super easy. So you already know how to do this skill, by the way, and you could literally pitch this right now if you want to. All right. So this is the script that I would use. This is what I would say. So you can change it to make it sound like what you would say, but this is just how I talk, right? So I'd say, what up, Kevin? Saw your content, love the science-based approach to lifting. So many of these other fitness guys clearly have no idea what they're talking about. You're obviously already cracked on IG and you know how this platform works if you have this many followers, but I wanted to see if you'd be interested in doing LinkedIn on top of this. I know this platform pretty well, and I think with a handful of posts a week, you could build a solid personal brand there and ideally 2x whatever you're bringing in a month with fitness coaching. Let me know if you want to chat about this. Okay, so super casual, super personality driven, and we sound like the authority in the conversation. So what might happen next? If he responds, he'll either say, sounds good, tell me more, which is pretty common, or he'll say, I'm good, don't need this. Like maybe he's already doing it. Maybe he already has someone doing it for him. It's whatever, right? But no matter what he says, you have a robot business partner that will tell you how to respond. So whatever he says, you just run to AI and you say, hey, Claude, I reached out to this fitness guy on Instagram about doing LinkedIn ghostwriting. This is my pitch. And you paste in what you pitched him. He responded with this and you paste what he responded with. How do I move this conversation forward into a sales call? Right? That's all you got to say. And then so Hedge Nasty might be like, cool, can you show me an example of your work? And you can respond with, yeah, I can definitely send some stuff over. Just give me 20 minutes and I'll write a sample specifically for you that would give you an idea of how we'd sell this on LinkedIn, right? So 20 minutes buys you enough time to ask Claude to write you a sample based on what you know about the prospect and his product and get it back to him quickly, okay? So with Claude, check this out. You can write a sample that is automatically better than whatever the prospect was doing before if they were even doing anything at all, which most of the time they're not. So it's not like you're going to give them something that sucks. Like you're going to build trust with the prospect by how quick and on point you are, and they're going to want to work with you. It's just how it is. And just this one interaction with you, he'll probably be interested in working together to grow his LinkedIn because it's a positive response. It's a positive thing you're trying to do here. So let me ask you this. Does this sound overly complicated? Yes or no? Like, does this sound like something you cannot do? You're completely incapable of finding leads on Instagram, sending a normal message to get their attention, and then using Claude to potentially write samples and answer whatever questions they have about your services? Like, this is absolutely something you can do. Let me check the chat and see what you guys are saying. Everyone's saying, no, good. Yeah, you're right. I don't care if you're 16 or 60, the work is done for you. The only thing you have to do here that is even close to difficult is talking to strangers on the internet for like an hour or two a day. If you can get over that, you can get clients and you can get paid, all right? So check this out. To make 6 figures a year with AI ghostwriting or $9,000 a month, this is what you have to do. You have to send a few hundred DMs or emails to businesses with a script similar to the one I just showed you. You have to get them interested in the service you're offering, get 3 of them to pay you $3,000 a month for a service. That's all you got to do. You got 3 people, all right? This would realistically happen for you over the course of 2 to 3 months if you take your sweet time with it. 3 yeses on a measly $3,000 a month. Like, think about how many business owners there are out there that make millions a year. There are millions of businesses that make millions a year. And you need 3 of them to pay you $3K a month for a service that they're going to be profitable on. It's no brainer, okay? For you to make $9K a month with something like drop shipping, this is what you need. You need to generate $100,000 in revenue. You need to spend $60K on ads to make that happen. Spend $20K on inventory, $5K on a fulfillment center in China to ship it out for you, and then spend $5K on service providers to help you with marketing, to do all this stuff. Why take that risk when you could be that guy or girl, do way less work and have way less stress? That's how I see it. Let other entrepreneurs do all the heavy lifting. If you're looking for a way to work in the shadows, make 10, 20K a month, and have a better life than your clients have, you're already in the right place, okay? So now I'm going to warn you, the next part of the process is nearly impossible, okay? I'm sorry, guys. Most people will never succeed because of this. You have to undertake the following task. You have to convince a business owner who currently works 50 hours a week and barely has time to sleep or eat to pay you a small fraction of what they make on a monthly basis in exchange for writing words that will add an extra $50,000 a month to their bottom line. Okay? Does that sound like a hard sell? It's not a hard sell. All right? This is going to be the easiest thing you guys do. So I'm going to show you what a sales call looks and sounds like right now. And I'm going to use Brenda's name as my prospect. Okay. So I'm going to be me and I'm going to pitch Brenda. And let's say that she's like a women's fitness coach and she can help women get in shape. Perfect. All right. So just like we've been doing the whole time, the fitness coach thing. So we'll hop on and I'm pitching her LinkedIn. I say, what up, Brenda? What's going on? She's like, hey, how are you doing? I'm like, oh, I'm good. You know, I'm in Miami. It's getting chilly out right now. Where are you at? She's like, oh, I'm in New York. Dude, I love New York. How long you live there? She's like, oh, I've been here like 5 years. With my husband. I'm like, oh, nice. What's his name? She's like, oh, John. I'm like, all right, Brenda. So the reason I reached out to you is because you're doing well on Instagram right now. How many followers do you have? She's like, oh, I probably got like 80,000. Like 80,000 is awesome. I'm like, how's the business doing? Like, is that generating a lot of leads for you? She's like, yeah, it's good. Like, we're doing about, $50,000 a month right now. I'm like, wow. And it's just you by yourself? She's like, yeah, it's just me. And I have, a couple of VAs helping me out and stuff like that. I'm like, that's awesome. So like, why not just do more on Instagram? Brenda says, well, like, I've tried, but I post more content. I feel like we're just stuck in that like 40 to 50K a month range. Sometimes it drops below, sometimes it goes a little higher, but mostly like we've just been doing the same for like 2 years. I'm like, okay, well, I mean, it's still a $500,000 a year business. Like, do you want to grow? And she's like, yeah, no, I definitely want to grow. Like, I know a lot of people that get to 100K a month, and I really want to get there. I'm like, okay, like, do you think like Instagram alone is going to help you with that? And she'll be like, oh, probably not. I think I need to like, run ads and stuff, but I'm afraid to spend money on ads. Like, I don't want to spend 10K a month. I'm like, listen, you don't need to do that. What you need is a new channel. So if you start posting, have you considered posting on LinkedIn? And she's like, no. I'm like, think about it, Brenda. You work with women over 30 to try and help them get back into shape if they got out of shape or something like that. You're a fitness coach. All these professional women who are career focused and might have let themselves go a little bit because they're working and they're trying to build a career and a name for themselves. That's where these women are. You know what I mean? Obviously, you can find them on Instagram, but there's way more of them in terms of like volume on LinkedIn than Instagram. And she's like, oh yeah, no, I didn't think about that. I'd be like, do you think that you could get, or what do you charge for your program? She's like, oh, I charge $4,000. I'm like, perfect. Do you think that you could get one extra a month on LinkedIn? And she'd be like, yeah, man, I mean, probably. I'd be like, that's what I'm here to help with. So like what I do is I will write all of the content that you need for your LinkedIn to help you grow, to help you make more money, to help you like, sign new clients and reach these women, right? And all it is just one post a week. And I think one new student a month, I think that's low. I think I can probably get you one a week. So we post every day, $4,000 per deal for you, right? So $16,000 a month. That's what I think I can do. And all it is just a retainer of $2,000 a month. She's like, 3,000? I'm like, yeah, 3K a month. That's it. She's like, so you think you can add another 15 to 20,000 a month and I pay 3K a month to you just to write everything? I'm like, yeah, I'll do everything. I'll switch everything over. I'll build you a platform on LinkedIn and you're going to crush it. She'll be like, yeah, okay, sounds good. Like that's how these sales calls sound, right? So here are the key moments that happened in my fake sales call, right? So it's completely casual. The client was eager to learn about how I work. Brenda wanted to know more. She had a real problem that needs to be solved. Like she was stuck at 50K a month. She didn't talk to me like it was a job interview. And then I decided my price and they have to respect that. And then we move forward and start working together. And if you're like Bailey, you can get a $3,500 a month retainer off a 5-minute sales call. Okay. So literally in less time than it took for me to do that demonstration, he signed a bigger client than I did in my imagination. Okay. So then this happens. So if you want to actually collect cash, you're going to do it with Stripe. Okay. So you're going to go make an account on Stripe and like in 2 seconds, you'll be able to collect credit cards and stuff. And all you have to do is make an invoice like this. You put the customer's email in there, whatever you want to charge them for. So like 3K a month, ghostwriting, whatever. And then within a few hours or minutes, that invoice gets paid. And then it gets direct deposited into your bank account 2 to 4 days later. That's it. All right. So you didn't ask, but this is what mine looked like. This was recently. Okay. So before I move on, does all of this make sense? Like give me a yes in the chat if you feel like you have a pretty good idea of what you're supposed to be doing in order to sign a client and keep them happy. Just give me a yes in the chat. All right, cool. We're getting to the good part. All right. So everyone hang tight. We're getting to the good part. So this is the general idea of what it looks like to work with a client. So you're probably still thinking like, okay, like this all sounds great, but like, what does the work actually look like? I'll show you. So on Mondays, it helps to hop on a call with a client. Could even be a FaceTime call or a phone call or whatever, just to get some content ideas from them. Ask them how their week was, ask them what's going on in the business lately, ask them if they have anything they want to talk about in their content. Like, hey, Brenda, like, any new stories? Like, oh yeah, I helped this lady, she's 35 and she lost 30 pounds in 3 months or 6 months or whatever. I'll be like, awesome. I can write a post about that. And your clients really will start to feel like your friends after a while. Like I have been out to dinner and to the club and stuff with all of the clients that I currently work with right now. That'll probably happen to you guys too. All right. So 10 to 20 minute conversation at the beginning of the week will set you up properly. So just to get some data from them. From Monday to Thursday, this is when you create all the content. So if you agreed to 2 posts a day, you need 14 posts for the following week. As you know, this whole batch will take about 90 minutes to create with AI, probably less. maybe 60 minutes of Claude to give you what you want, and then another 30 minutes to make it sound human with some edits, okay? And that's it. On Thursday or Friday, you submit all the posts to the client. Brenda reads it. She takes 10 to 30 minutes reading through to make sure they're all good. And then once approved, either you or the client will schedule them. And then next week, the cycle repeats. That is what a $3,000 to $5,000 a month client looks like, okay? That's literally it. So you get on a call on Monday. You take your time from Monday to Thursday. You like get the work done. You can do it all in one day. Or you can spread it out, up to you. And then you submit them for approval so the client knows that you're not posting some bullshit. And then you post them when they're supposed to be posted. That's it, all right? So if you've learned these things, you can now go and make $300K a year as an AI ghostwriter. Don't leave yet because I still have to give you the gift, all right? Key takeaway number one, there are literally millions of businesses that need help with social media. They are sick of doing this stuff themselves, or they're sick of missing out on free money because they're not doing it at all, right? They're waiting for someone like you to come in and help them because they don't have the time or the willingness to do what you're going to do for them. They just don't want to do it, all right? Number two, the work that you're going to be doing for clients is so beyond simple. And it was simple even before we had AI to do all the heavy lifting. Like I was doing ghostwriting back in 2021. And it wasn't even hard then, all right? This is extremely high leverage work that takes a few days to learn and get good at before you're able to get paid big money to do it. Number three, potential clients are literally everywhere. There are millions of people that can pay you to do this. There is no shortage of money being handed out to regular people with no experience to write words for these businesses that make them money. And now you know exactly what to say to them to get them to give you money, okay? So here's the reality. Even if you only use a fraction of what we covered today, do you feel like you've made a big leap toward being able to make 10, 20K a month as an AI ghostwriter in a few hours a week of work? Carmen, I know you got questions. Hang tight, all right? Yes, no, maybe in the chat. I don't know what you knew about AI ghostwriting before this free class, but would it be a safe bet that a lot of this was new and valuable to you? Yes, no, maybe. Like such as discovering that basic prompts can generate posts that drive insane traffic for your clients so they keep paying you over and over again, or finding hundreds of potential clients in just a few minutes using the free IG search method, or getting access to a cold outreach method that is proven to work across thousands of case studies that will land you your first 3 to 5 clients, or learning the ins and outs of a sales call, why it's not scary, because it wasn't scary dealing with Brenda, and how you convince a business owner to pay you thousands of dollars without being pushy or salesy. So I would like to know, has this time on our free class been well spent so far? Steven said yes times a million. Okay, I love it. That just made my night. I would hope so, because I want to explain something to you. You told me at the beginning of the class that you're motivated to change. And as exciting as it is to get a bunch of new and valuable information on a multi-six-figure business that you could start tomorrow, it's not quite enough to change, right? Change requires work. Put a 1 in the chat if you're actually ready to put in the work. Please, guys. Please. Unfortunately, this is where it gets hard, because you all just told me how valuable this free class was for you, even though we've only been going for 48 minutes, less than an hour. If I knew you were telling me the truth and that you were going to go forth and start your AI ghostwriting business tomorrow morning, sign your first client in 4 weeks, and be at 10K a month in 3 months, then I could stop right here, but I can't, because I've been in your shoes before. And I know what it's like to get excited about learning a new skill, thinking that it's a magic bullet, and then you can't find it within you to put in the work. I know what that's like. That's 99% of the attendees in the class tonight, not because you're stupid or lazy, but because you're human, right? So I don't do these free classes for fun. I do enjoy them, but I want to help you make the change that you told me that you wanted to at the beginning, all right? I don't get excited by just doing the class. I get excited by meeting people who never thought they could do something like this and then watching them make multiple 6 figures a year with AI ghostwriting. And that part's been going really, really well. We have Sharon, who currently has one client that pays her $200,000 a year doing content writing for a restaurant chain. We have Evan Hansen, who's in the chat right now, probably at $30,000 a month. I might be wrong, but I think he's probably going to smack 30 at 18 years old in May for sure. And I think this is his as well. This is him getting a $4,500 a month retainer. And then we have John Allard making $6K a month as an Australian. And then we have Kyle, his first client he ever got was a $5K a month retainer plus rev share, which was massive. And then he made $6K in a week after that from 2 different clients. And then we have Bailey, who got an $8,000 a month retainer for, I believe this was Funnel Build plus rev share. So I mentioned at the beginning that my job is to create people who are more successful than me. That's kind of what I want to do. And even though you told me that this free class helped you already, I would like to do more, and I know I can do more. So I have a special offer for you. Okay, I just want to make sure everyone's still here. A deal coming up. Yes, Steven, trust me. You're going to want to see this. You know what? I wish I could see your face right now. Put a 1 in the chat. Steven, put a 1 in the chat right now, buddy. Deal's coming up, buddy. Here's why you're going to want this. All right, so AI ghostwriting goes so much deeper than you can imagine. I only had time today to show you a few short prompts that can handle the basics for you. I haven't had time to show you how to fully utilize AI for outreach or how to get actual bulletproof results for your clients so that they pay you more and never leave you. Okay? Or how to prompt AI to generate Instagram content or YouTube content or VSLs, which is where you can end up getting a $15,000 wire all up front for the work you're doing. I did one. It was a triple funnel build, $24,000 wire, baby. That was fire. And what happens if you get stuck? What if you need to ask me questions about getting clients or other operational stuff that I couldn't cover today? If there was a way for us to work together on this, send you a bunch of advanced high-level resources that will turn you into the type of person who can net 6 figures a year with this business and put you in a position where failure is completely out of the equation, is that something you would want? Yes, no, maybe, Steven? Steven, yes, no, maybe. Okay. All right. So here's what you're about to get access to. If you think the special offer is me charging you $10,000, Steven, for a course that I give you access to today, Steven, never talk to you or answer any questions for you, I leave you with bits and pieces of a solution, and you spend the money, never even go through it, you would be wrong, Steven. You're not going to pay me anything today at all. You're not going to pay me a dime. I'm not going to make money off you today, buddy. I want you to follow along closely with everything that I have to show you over these next few minutes and understand that this is something I am certain is going to help you. 1 in the chat. Okay. Yes, times a million. Love it. So this is what this is. This is the Copy MBA AI Copy Catalyst, the system responsible for creating 500 5K a month copywriters, 210K a month copywriters, 70 20K a month copywriters, and as of last month, 9 50K a month copywriters. At least 9 people doing 50K a month. My top student, by the way, did 130 in a single month. Okay? The system I'm about to share with you is an encyclopedia of resources that do not make sense without one another. Every single thing I'm about to show you is all connected and is the complete process for learning this skill and becoming phenomenal at it and using that skill set to sign clients and scaling this thing up to 30K a month and beyond, okay? The AI Copy Catalyst exists for a number of reasons, all right? Copywriting is a skill that once learned will benefit you in nearly every area of your life. If you can sell via the written word, you can do it well. You will never make less than 6 figures a year. I can tell you that, all right? Business owners are already willing to give out thousands of dollars a month to people who have this skill. And the AI Copy Catalyst teaches you exactly how to capitalize on that because it's happening right now. Inside this program, I have 12 plus hours of material that will explain in the simplest way possible how you can get above average, excellent results for your clients, how to fulfill this service from start to finish, and how to keep your workload under 3 hours a week per client. All right. So you have an A to Z library of modules that walk you through the steps to learning and becoming successful with AI copywriting and ghostwriting, a screen share walkthrough of my actual process for getting clients and fulfilling the work for them. And it gives you the confidence that the work is simpler than you might be thinking right now. Because I know you're thinking about that, right? This is what it looks like. It's in Teachable. It's like dozens of modules. You don't have to watch all of them, but they're all there to help you. And then these are the AI ones specifically. And we have guest modules from some of the smartest marketers that I know right now, okay? There are currently 1,155 people who have joined this program. Every single person is paid at least $14.97 to be there. You're not going to pay that today, Steven, okay? But it doesn't matter how good you are at fulfilling the service if you don't have the skill set to actually build a business around it. So here's what's next. The first client playbook. There's one reason we have this. Outreach is the lifeblood of this business. You can be a 10 out of 10 AI ghostwriter and make no money because you don't know how to get clients. So the first client playbook goes deep on how to find leads, what to say to each specific prospect to get them interested in your services, how to close them on one call, even if you hate sales, and get bigger retainers so you can hit 20K a month with less stress. All right. So it's getting you out of the fearful mindset that keeps you from sending out pitches to every business owner you see. I'm showing you how to find more leads you know what to do with. I'm giving you script formulas and to get a 30% response rate on your outreach, giving you sales call examples so you can hear exactly how I pitch these services. I'm giving you a full playbook for how to, like what to say in the DMs, what to say to get them on a call, and then what to say on the call to close these people so you can get paid. All right. So it looks like this. So you have finding leads, setting DMs, sending emails, sales commandments, sales call recording, closing, all that stuff. Okay. So since the initial launch 2 years ago, 2,116 people have paid at least $397 and at most $497. You're not paying that today. Okay. We're still not done. Just because you have my methods for signing big retainer clients does not mean you have the full picture, which is why we have this, the outreach vault. So here's why this product exists. I can teach you all about how I do outreach and how I personally sign clients, but you might need to see things from a different perspective, maybe from a beginner's perspective for them to make sense. So you might need more examples of how outreach works in real life, especially if you're brand new. So the outreach vault is 13 different students' documentation of signing a high-paying copywriting client. So from start to finish, like the first message they sent to the prospect to the money hitting their bank account, they show word for word the conversation that went down, how they got paid. So you can see exactly what happened. If you've ever been unsure of how a deal gets done, this product will show you exactly how, okay? So we have 13 examples. The 13th one, Evan Hansen, also in the chat, all right? Since we dropped it, 406 people have paid $199 at least for this thing. Again, you will not be paying that. Now that you have the skill set, it might be a little daunting to execute on your own, which is why I included the group call. So this is where I step in, all right? So I want to personally meet the people who chose to start this journey tonight. I can't get on individual calls with everybody. That would take too long, but I'm going to run a group call to spit some game on everybody to start their AI ghostwriting business off right. Okay, a private group call, much, much smaller than what we have here, completely different format, okay? So this upcoming Sunday, I will text you or email you a Zoom link and we can hop on for an hour, maybe like 15, 20 people that will hop on. You can ask questions, you can ask specific advice, or I can tell you about the clients I'm currently working with or all the above. I'm still in the game. Like I'm not like a guru who never does this stuff anymore. I just sell a course. I'm not a retired copywriter trying to coach you. I'm in the field, signing huge deals and still scaling, still working with clients, okay? The most important thing for beginner entrepreneurs is immersion. And the more information you consume from all different sources, the more equipped you'll be to succeed faster. Okay, so what we have so far is the AI Copywriting Catalyst, which is usually $14.97, the First Client Playbook, which is usually $4.97, the Outreach Vault, which is usually $1.99, and your group call with me, which is priceless. I legit do not do these, all right? You're never going to see another offer for like $500. You can come to a group call. No, not going to happen. I don't do these, okay? So that's a total of $2,193. That's the full value of everything you have the opportunity to claim tonight. But I promised you at the beginning that you weren't going to pay me anything, and I'm keeping that promise, all right? Somebody else is paying for your access to this course tonight, not you, all right? I partnered with a $3.8 billion company who is going to be financing this course for you. They are paying me to give this to you for free. This is a company that you've already heard of, and you're going to have to use anyway if you want to be successful with the business you're about to start. Let me say that again. This is something you already need that you're going to have to use anyway if you actually are serious about starting this business. All right. And the deal is, as long as you start tonight, not tomorrow or the week after, because you told me you wanted to start tonight, and make a tiny commitment to building this business, you get every single resource I outlined before, $2,000 worth of value without paying me a cent. I'll send it to you. Okay. I'll send it to you. This is what you got to do. I partnered with Wix for this. So I mentioned in the beginning that if you build a website on Wix, it makes you look way more legit, makes you look way more professional. It's way easier to sign clients. All you got to do is build the website and use the link that I'm about to give you to sign up, and you get all that stuff for free. So it should be up on the screen now. I have Griffin in the cut with the offer thing. So you should see it, and you're going to get a page that looks like this. That's our page, right? So you click that right there, and then everything else below is just like a recap of everything I just talked about, just so you don't lose it, okay? So this is what you're going to get. So I just made like a fake email, whatever, email and password, and then you're going to get a page like this. It takes you right to the checkout. You have a couple options. The one on the right is the least expensive one. And if you go yearly, it's only $14 a month. If you go 2 years, it's even less, $13. If you want to go monthly, which you can do, you can do $36, okay? $36 every month. If you want to go front, $14, it's like $174, something like that. That's all you got to do. And you need this anyway. Like having a website is something that literally puts you ahead of everyone. So all you need to do in order to get this course content for free is to get the absolute most basic Wix plan for the website that you already need for your business. And I will auto enroll you in all this course content and hop on a group call with you next week. That's all you got to do. Okay. So there's a link on screen right now for you to get access to this. This is very important. This is the most important part. Once you buy your website, take a screenshot of the success page or the receipt that comes in and email it to proof@copymba.com. And I need to change this because I have somebody in there right now. So I'm not going to go through later. I have someone in there right now who will auto enroll you to everything that I told you about as soon as you send that receipt. Okay. Her name's Lucia. So, and then once that's done, I'll make an invite list for the group call once I've confirmed you're in. Okay. Obviously, if you don't go through the form that I put in the chat, I won't be able to track your Wix site back to me, and you won't be able to get access to the course content or the group call. So just make sure you go through not the type form, but the link that's on the page right now to get everything that I promised you. All right. So the last thing, and this is for your own good, honestly, the window closes at midnight. So it's 8:01 right now. It's 8:01 on May 5th. The window closes for this at midnight. So Wix and I are rewarding speed. You told me that this is something you wanted to do. And if that's true, then this can be no problem for you. Because like you got 4 hours. Okay. Most of the time when gurus run these free classes or webinars or whatever, they make you show commitment through money spent. They make you buy a course to make yourself feel like you're doing something. I'm not going to make you do that today. The way you can prove that you're serious about doing this is by sending in your proof to proof@copymba.com before midnight Eastern time. So my time. All right. So 4 hours. You got 4 hours to do this. Honestly, just do it right now because I can send it to you right now. Like as soon as you get in there, the course content will be yours. As long as you do this before the clock strikes 12, you're in. All right. So I came in with one goal for this free class tonight. My goal is to provide an education for every single person who wants to start this business, even if you have no resources to start. Oh my God, resources to start with. Every single person in this room with at least $36 is getting $2,000 worth of course content in a private group call with me. So this is why the final part of this presentation is optional, but encouraged. All right. This is not going to be for everyone. I told you there was no sales pitch. You got all that course content for free. This is if you're messed up in the head like I am. All right. So I'm happy to give away course content to you for free, especially if Wix wants to pay for you to get it. But my final offer is something that I cannot give away for free. This is for the most dedicated people here. This is for the people who have the money to invest in coaching, where you are paying for people's time. So my time, my coach's time, and much more hands-on effort that I come out of pocket for every month. So on April 19th, we crossed 3 years since I started my Copy MBA Inner Circle. It's been around for a while now. So that's where you get direct one-on-one guidance from actual experts who have been in the game for years. Guys and girls who make $20K a month in their businesses doing various forms of ghostwriting and copywriting and personally helping you through the journey. And Inner Circle members get considerably more access to me and other high-level entrepreneurs in the space. So you get one-on-one calls with marketers making between $300K and $600K a year, daily group calls Monday to Friday from expert coaches on Q&A, copy review, sales call review, and the most up-to-date info on what's happening in the industry so you can be tapped in. You get private access to me in the community where I can answer your questions. And most importantly, placement opportunities only go to Inner Circle students right now. So if you guys are currently doing the Wix thing right now, please turn your attention back to the screen so I can show you this, all right? So I have a finite number of opportunities that come across my desk every week from people who need writers. So agency owners, entrepreneurs, whatever. I am unable to go outside of my Inner Circle to staff these jobs because I can't comfortably place someone in a job if I haven't trained them. If you're interested in getting access to placement opportunities on top of the coaching sessions with expert writers and marketers, this is for you, okay? This is exactly what that looks like. So I'll show you an example of something I literally did last week. So this guy named Simon Shaw needed 2 writers. So you can see here, he said, hey, mate, he's British. Got any other guys to intro? This client that he has hired a couple of writers, but he lost one. So he needs another strategist. I said, is it free trial or small retainer? And he said, it's retainer. So I said, I can make 2 intros. He said, sweet, thank you. I said, it's 2 young ladies. He said, big feminist guy. I said, you know me so well. And then I made a group chat with Simon and the 2 girls that I introed, Lucia and Angela, both very competent, have tons of availability to work, gave him a rundown. And then he got their email. And then literally yesterday, Lucia posted in the chat, she got her first 3K month and she makes more than she does from nannying and she can quit nannying. How insane is that? Okay. So as much as I wish I could make this free as well, Wix doesn't want to pay for you to join Inner Circle. This is a much higher level of access that I can only give to a handful of people. So I reserved 10 spots only for the guest of tonight's masterclass to claim. The link to apply for Inner Circle will be in the chat for you as we speak. Okay. So if you're working with less than 1,000 to build this business, the Inner Circle is not for you because it does require an investment. This is not free and this is not $500. It's in the thousands. All of the resources I've given you here tonight are more than enough to help you get started as a ghostwriter and make you your first 10, 20K a month online. And as long as you have $36 to build the website that you need anyway, you'll get all that sent to you. Okay. Once you send your proof to proof@copymba.com before midnight EST. So while you get situated with Wix or apply for Inner Circle, I want to tell you a story real quick. All right. So this will illustrate why I'm so passionate about teaching this stuff and why I feel so confident that ghostwriting is genuinely one of the best business models that you can do as a beginner. So I met a student in person, not last weekend, but the weekend before. He told me his story of going from being a broke server to making $13,000 in his 4th month. So he was a server in LA. He was like kind of living shitty, like didn't have much money, ends up wanting to do this full time. So he quits serving and he moves back in to his mom's house in California, or sorry, not California, in Colorado. He starts in January. He makes $1,000 in his first month. He makes $6,000 in February. He makes $10,000 in March, and he made $13,000 in April in his 4th month. I might have messed those numbers up, but I'm pretty sure that's where he was at. So he went from $1,000 a month to $13,000 a month. What's that a year? $156,000 a year. He's going to make 6 figures this year for the first time in his life. Okay? Actually insane to see him crush this. Like he put his ass on the line, moved back in with his mom and grinded for 4 months and is now going to make 6 figures this year. Not every story is as dramatic as this one, but it's still cool to see my people get rich. We got Daniel Grande doing a $10,000 a month retainer. They're paying him $120K a year flat plus percentages. Okay. We have Nikhil who's doing mostly ecom writing, $33,000 a month he's making right now. And he shows right here, one client, because of rev share, is paying $19,000 a month. One client. Crazy. And then we have Nate Swanson, who has a $15,000 a month client. That's mostly rev share as well. And they're on contract for 8 months. So easy. And we have Dominic, another Instagram scripting client with, that's $15,000 a month as well, rev share. We have Andy Wisney, who did, 50,000 in March. We have Payam, who in January did 15K, is now on track for like 30. We have Elijah, who got a $2,200 a month retainer and 5% commission, which is like a 5K a month deal right now. In his first 2 weeks of outreach, first 2 weeks, 5K a month deal. And Derek Hernandez, who I showed you before, 2K deal there. So let me show you one more time what's at stake here. You are probably minutes away from making a decision that'll put you in a much better position in 2026 than you were in 2025, even though we're already halfway done. All right. So you're about to get access to a complete straight line system that is going to do the following. It's going to teach you the 6-figure skill of ghostwriting and show you how you can engineer AI to automate 90% of your workload. Once you have the skill set, teach you how to offer the service to business owners without cold calling or going door to door or anything like that. We give you a cold outreach system that gets you positive responses and signed deals within sometimes less than 2 weeks if you're nasty. Okay. And once you have the first two, offer one-on-one and group accountability to give you the certainty that this is a business that you can crush and generate multiple 6 figures a year for yourself. Multiple 6 figures a year. So you have the AI Copy Catalyst, which is an A to Z library for everything you'll need to master the art of copywriting and ghostwriting. I screen share my workflow so you can copy exactly what I do for my clients. And I give you the confidence that this work is simpler than you think. All right. Then you have the first client playbook, fixing your mindset around sales and outreach so you don't hesitate to actually send the number of DMs and emails necessary for success, showing you how to find enough leads to last you for literal years. You're never going to run out of people to pitch. Then demonstrating how to send a great first pitch and get more prospects interested in hiring you. And then leaking my own sales calls so you can hear what a good sales call sounds like. Okay. Then you have the outreach vault, which is 13 different examples of students' outreach to prospects that closed, word for word, step by step, exactly how these deals got done. And then you have the group coaching call where you speak directly with me on a Zoom call with everyone who started this journey tonight. I can answer questions, tell you more about how I run my business, like literally whatever you want to know. And we can talk shit until you get sick of me. All right. All you need to do to get access to all of this is use the link up on the side to get the most basic Wix plan and send proof at copymba.com before midnight. That's it. All right. And if you're especially dedicated, you can apply to Inner Circle right now and snag one of 10 spots because we still have those for you. So if you're wondering what actually is the difference between the free course content I just got versus Inner Circle, I'll make it super clear so there's no confusion. Let's say you're training for a marathon, right? And you pretend that if you compete in the marathon and you run it in less than 3 hours, you win $500,000. So there's $500,000 on the line. If you complete the marathon in less than 3 hours, you win $500,000. Okay? You only get one shot though. The options are as follows. You can read every book on long distance running, watch YouTube videos, and even get out there and do 5 to 10 miles a day in the lead up to the race. You train for a year. Okay? Or you can work alongside a team of people who have all run sub 3 hour marathons, train with them, and have them share everything they know about what it takes to do it as fast as possible, even as a non-runner. There's $500,000 on the line. What do? Do you do it yourself or do you pay a team of experts? This is the kind of situation you're in, okay? Because obviously no one's going to pay you $500,000 to compete in a marathon. But if you become a competent, well-paid content writer, work with a handful of big clients and take on big deals, it's pretty possible that you can earn $500,000 over the course of 2 to 3 years. Like I have 15 plus people right now who will make that and more in 2026, okay? So when you're playing a game like the one we're playing, you want to give yourself every unfair advantage that you can. Like if it's a race to $500,000, do you want to get there in 10 years or 2 years? That's what you're paying for. So the point of coaching is to save you time. I know that all my Wix Club members can get results with this, but Inner Circle just makes it about 10 times easier, faster, less stressful. And that's what we're here to do. Okay. So if you have one-on-one access to me and my coaches, access to daily group calls to keep you in the loop of what's working, and access to placement opportunities that will never see the light of day otherwise, it is virtually impossible to fail. Okay. So if you haven't already, click the link to apply for one of those 10 spots. I'll leave you with this. I have seen regular, average people change their lives with opportunities like this. I've seen people like Santiago sign high-ticket clients only 17 years old, so on a $5,000 to $7,000 a month deal. I've seen people like Elijah go from 0 to 4K a month in 20 days from scratch from one single client, was able to quit his job at a grocery store. And I've watched 50 plus of my students get placed with an agency or some other business and start making 5 to 10K a month with literally one opportunity. Like it's mind blowing. I've seen what this opportunity does for people, and I want to share this with as many of you as possible. My job at this point in my career is to help others make their first few grand a month. And I'm so beyond fulfilled recently because I've been doing a lot of that. I've been helping a lot of people make a lot of money. I can't believe how well it's going. So whether you join me inside of my Inner Circle or you consume the content that you receive for free, courtesy of Wix, I am beyond excited for you to start this journey, and I cannot wait to see where it takes you. Okay, so let's do some quick FAQs. Can I do this if I'm in school or have a 9 to 5? Absolutely, yes. This is like where most people are doing this from. I'm assuming you're not like unemployed. If you are, you can especially do it. But like, yeah, if you're in school, if you have 9 to 5, yeah, this is evenings and weekends things. As long as you have 5 to 10 hours a week, you can do this. It's fine. Can I actually do this with no experience? Yes. Obviously, nobody has experience when they start. You might have a smaller deal where you sign someone for $1,500 a month or $2K a month, or you start to work with an agency with no experience. But yeah, once you have one client, then you're set. The first client's always gonna be the hardest, but yeah, you can absolutely do this. Everyone starts with no experience. What AI tools will I need to do this? Really just Claude off the top of my head. That's the easiest one. Just Claude. Can I just cancel Wix after I'm done or after I'm in the course? No, because then I have to remove you from the course and you won't have a website. Remember, you actually need this thing. You actually need this service. And it does more than that. Like you should poke around and see what it does. It's great. When will I get access to everything? As soon as you send that proof in to proof@copymba.com, you will get access. Okay? That's all you got to do. Send proof right now. Does the cheapest monthly? Yes, it does. Okay, Griff, are you there, buddy?
I sure am.
You mind answering some questions while I go to the bathroom real quick?
Yeah. Let me get in here.
Yeah. Turn your camera on. All right, I'll be right back, guys. I got pee.
You guys like my copy NBA lime green lights? I got the lime green lights out for copy NBA Cinco de Mayo celebration. What's up? Let's have a look through this Q&A here. When outreaching on IG, wouldn't our messages go into their request tab where they won't see our message? People go through their requests. Bro, if somebody DM'd you and it went to your requests, you'd see it. You'd check. You'd be like, what request? These people are so chronically online. Anybody you're going to DM is super chronically online. You mentioned cold email also, so reach out to them on both. Yeah, why not? Stats on DM versus cold email to get response on prospect. DM is going to have a way higher response rate, probably. Which ICPs have been receptive to ghostwriting? Really, any business owner is fine. Like, depending on what they sell, like obviously their ICP has to be on LinkedIn. So if it's like a Miami trading guru, like probably not the guy. But like pretty much everybody else is fair game. How do we get the attention of personal brands with an 100K plus audience that receive tons of outreach per day like ours? If you saw the dregs of society who are actually in most people's DMs, like literally just don't be that guy. Like you saw the section on like optimizing your profile. It's actually important. Like do that. Get a haircut. Take a picture of yourself. Look cool. Do I buy the cheapest one? Buy whatever one you want.
I mean, you save money. You save money if you go annual, though. Just so you know. Like you save like a drastic amount of money. So it's up to you. It goes from like favorite big purchase after making good money with ghostwriting. Okay, so just to be clear, I don't currently do ghostwriting. I staff ghostwriters. But my first big purchase with copywriting, I mean, Griff, you go after, but mine was like literally my first check. I replaced my shitbox car. I had a Mazda 3 that was broken, like completely broken. And I bought like a brand new Honda Accord Sport. That was my first big purchase. What was yours?
It's funny enough, like the Benz is like the coolest thing that I own because of it. But like I was gonna say the same thing. I was gonna say when I got my like 2023 Civic Sport, I was like, dude, I am the him.
Yeah,
when I first started. That was oh my god, dude. Like, because the thing is with the Benz, I just went there and bought it. Like I just went there and I was like, I want that one. And they were like, do you have any money? I was like, yeah, here you go. And then I gave it to them. With the Civic, I had to wait months. Like that thing I was on like a wait list. It was like when there was like a car shortage because of COVID.
Yeah.
Yeah, I felt electric when the Civic showed up. They were like, it's here. You want to come pick it up? I was like, yeah.
That's great. What other questions you guys have? This is a nice little audience group. I feel like these people are nice to us. The last one were mean.
They were like, how come you guys don't get a fucking haircut? That's why Mason has a haircut today.
I got a haircut. You guys like it?
How do you figure out the strategy for each client? Like, how do you figure out how many posts to get clients?
I don't even see these.
I'm in the Q&A tab.
Oh, okay.
Does this teach everything email copywriting as well? I procrastinated copy MBA for about 2 years and want to start now.
Yeah. We teach email as well. Thanks, Lewis.
All kinds of stuff. What is happening, dude? There's like something going on outside my window right now. There's a microphone involved.
What do you mean?
Somebody's talking on a fucking really loud sound system.
Oh.
Actual sound system.
Paper sound system. If I have a website already, does a new purchase connect to it? No, you got to get a new website.
Just make a new website at that point, though.
Like really, what you're paying $36 for like $2,000 worth of stuff that I'm giving you.
Yeah.
Oh wait, you know what? I'm gonna look at this beautiful page that Griff made. I'm gonna screen share that. Griff made this beautiful page.
It's quite nice, actually.
So you click that button right there, and it takes you to go to get your 50% off Wix membership, and then it shows you that you just got to do that there, and then Canadian dollars because Griff's in Canada.
Yep.
Notice that one. Maybe we'll swap out my screenshots for yours.
Yeah. Do you guys take CAD?
You get your annual plan. Here's what you're getting. Just another little recap. The AI copywriting catalyst, $14.97 normally, but you're not paying any of that. All kinds of stuff in here. First client playbook, normally $4.97. All this stuff in here. Look how beautiful this page is, man. I can't get over this. The outreach vault, all this stuff here. The group call, hot seat Q&A on your specific situation, current client case studies in real time, positioning and pricing and positioning review, whatever you bring to it, all of it on the table. Hosted live, never offered. What you pay elsewhere, all this stuff. Usually $21.93. Today it's $0. With a Wix membership that you need anyway. You click right here and you get that. Okay? Why is this free? Because Wix is paying for you. Do I get lifetime access? As long as you're on Wix, yes. Do I need a website? Yes. Makes you look so much more legit. I would never hire a copywriter if they don't have their own website. What if Wix isn't right for me? It probably is right for you. It's the lowest friction option for getting a portfolio site live. Facts. Is group call really live? Yeah, why would I fake that?
Dummy.
When does this offer end? When I pull it at midnight tonight. Get your thing. Click the button, brother. Click
Yeah.
the button.
Oh wait, Carmen says we didn't answer her question. Or I don't know if that could be a guy or a girl. I don't know. I think
Carmen, it's got to be a girl because I used to date a Carmen, and I
had a buddy named Carmen in elementary school.
Yeah, he was Italian. Yeah, he lived down the street for us.
Yeah. How do you figure out the strategy for each client? How do you figure out how many posts they need to gain clients?
You just post every day until they get clients. They understand how social media works. They know they have to post every day. That's literally it.
Oh, girl with the smiley face. Yeah, sorry.
Yeah. I bet it's my Carmen.
You think?
I bet she's calling from Houston. Do you need glasses? No, I was doing it on purpose. It's a meme. It's okay. I mean, there's really not that many questions, dude.
Yeah. Well, I missed the first 20 minutes. Is there any way I can watch again? Yeah, Mace, you want to just run back through that?
Yeah. You know what? Let me do that real quick. Hold on. All right. Wait. All right. I'm gonna do the first 20 minutes for Brenda real quick.
All right. Wait, before you do, because we're not gonna have time to get back to Q&A after you start from the beginning. Would you say the Wix stuff is similar to the $500 2024 school content?
This is like 1,000 times better. That's so outdated. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, everybody. Here's how we're gonna build a $300,000 a year AI ghostwriting business. Purpose of this call.
Here, let me mute up real quick.
No, I'm not doing it. Not a question, but it was in a free call about 2 years ago, and thanks to it, I was able to sign my first client. So that's awesome. Fuck yeah, that's awesome. Congrats, Santiago. Can you send the presentation? Hell no. Sorry, that was aggressive. No. The answer is no.
Short answer, no. Long answer, no.
Emily also wants me to start from the beginning. No, I'm not going to start it again. This was an hour and a half presentation. Like, do you guys think that I'm some sort of like clown that just like I can do whatever you guys
dance, monkey dance?
Yeah, no. Click on the thing. I'm gonna put it in the chat again. Oh wait, you put the inner circle link in there too, right?
I did not. I actually should have. I will do that now. Matter of fact.
Brother, your first day doing this?
What is this? What is it? Your first time? First time, buddy? Hang on. Let's get that type form.
Oh my god.
There we go. Is this one? Hold on. Oh, it's not there. There we go. That's that one.
Oh my god. Okay, yeah. You guys should. Is the inner circle a one-time payment or a membership? It's a one-time payment. It's a fee. You pay a fee. Pay tuition. Yeah, inner circle. You know what? Should I just screen share Discord and look at all the wins?
Yeah. There's been some nutty ones lately.
Okay. Let's just screen share the Discord.
Evan Hansen's in there again.
Evan Hansen's in there every day, bro. Okay. So you guys can see here. I was scrolling through earlier. Evan Hansen just landed a $5,000 setup for a build out plus 5% rev share, whatever it generates for the first 45 days, which is crazy. Evan Hansen, I said this. We were in a huddle earlier. He's making so much money. First 3K month for Lucia. A picture of
a daughter's birthday.
Yeah, she's probably getting clients too. I guess $1,300 a month from this person.
This guy.
4 bands with no context. Evan Hansen again. Matthew Carafa landed a short form agency gig. This is Bryson's long testimonial. This is a huge one. So 13K. He said it says 14.7, but he said some of that is from
DraftKings.
Yeah, actually crazy. And then a lot of this is just some bullshit. So yeah, 4K a month for emails.
Brenda said, "Come on, it's only 20 minutes."
Yeah, it's only 20 minutes.
Yeah.
So Andrek's at 4K a month. Evan made $1,000 that day. $1,000 a month for Lucia. You see this every single time. And then Andre, you probably saw the ad, landed 3K a month ghostwriting client with a huge AI founder. 1.5K a month LinkedIn ghostwriting client. First win, $1,500. Signed a guy from his church, which is sick. Upsold a client.
Here's a type for Marcus.
For Paul. All right, yeah, I think we're probably good there. You guys get it. Just throw the link for or you got it.
Yeah, you get the idea.
If you guys want to apply, that's probably the best thing you can do. How do you pay taxes? We don't.
You guys are paying taxes?
Adriano wants to pay taxes. All right, buddy. All right, buddy. Sounds good, man. I didn't screenshot the 8 questions fast enough. Can you email them to me? Of course, his name's Clay.
yeah, he's about 4 hours too early, this guy.
Dude, we have a student who was blowing me up at midnight last night with like questions about how to respond to like DMs. And I was like, stop. Like, I'm trying to sleep here.
Stop.
Are you handling the DMs of the client's inbox? No, they do that. That's all them. Adriano, haha. I don't want to, but maybe it's risky. Yeah, you just talk to an accountant. You pay them $300 and they do your taxes. Maybe $300. I don't know what the fuck. TurboTax. I don't know. Have AI do it.
AI.
Clay, if you get your Wix site and you send your proof in, I'll send you your questions. And Brenda, if you want me to do the first 20 minutes, I will come to your house and do it if you get a Wix site. Same with Emily.
Do it in person.
Yeah, I'll come to your house and I'll do it. Happy Cinco de Mayo, by the way, guys. Can you offer ghostwriting to doctors? You technically could, yeah. If they have like a private practice and they want to like get more patients on LinkedIn, then yeah, for sure. Clay's in. Oh, Lucia's in the chat. All right, Clay, I'll send you the questions then.
Damn, he wasn't capping, huh?
Grinding on Cinco de Mayo. I love to see it. I mean, yeah, we're all grinding in here.
It's 8:30, bro. Expect this to be fucking trash at 8:30 on a Tuesday, bro. Give me a second.
Nah.
I'm not in Miami. See that big ass tower out there? Oh.
Yeah, he's in Dubai.
I'm in Dubai. I'm in Abu Dhabi. Nah, I'm joking.
Sounds like a place that my toddler made up. Yeah, nice.
Does
it possible just by smartphone to get first client? Yes, it does possible.
Yes, it does possible, dude. 100%. Like Scooby. Remember Scooby?
Really?
Remember that kid you bought him a laptop after he got his first client?
Oh yeah, no, yeah, that was years ago. I'm not buying you guys a laptop. That's not happening.
No. Don't get any ideas.
Yeah. Can you show proof you or your clients actually use Wix? I actually do have a Wix site, my first ever website, cardinalcopy.co. Go there. Wix
literally does everything. What do you mean? Like, it does everything any other platform does, except better, because they have more budget. Like ClickFunnels or Go High Level or whatever. Like, you can literally do all of that on Wix.
Yeah. Like, here, wait, I'll actually show you. This is a website I made in 2020. Or wait, you go to like inspect. If you go to the top, you can see somewhere where it says like this is, oh yeah, there you go. Wix. 2020, brother. Made this shit literally when you were in diapers.
But yeah, guys, if you, we might actually wink, wink, nudge, nudge, have something coming that teaches you how to do all that stuff, like how to make Wix look really good using HTML and AI anyway. So keep a fucking eye on the lookout and stay 10 toes down for that.
Trey has a great question. Let's see what Trey has.
Yeah, good one.
Does it possible from possible smartphone, due from computer, Tuesday, Thursday, once month try? Dude, you already know the answer to that question. I don't know why you're asking stupid questions, man. You know this.
Yeah.
It does smartphone. Everyone knows that it does possible smartphone to do computer, Tuesday, Thursday, once month try. Everyone knows that.
Everyone knows that, brother.
Obviously. I bought the Wix, but the email they sent me doesn't look like an actual receipt. It just says congratulations. I mean, yeah, if you got it, just send some sort of proof into Lucia at proof@copymedia.com, and then you're good. Do you teach copywriting or ghostwriting? I'm confused. Right now, I'm teaching ghostwriting because that's where you guys can make the most money. Like copywriting is like the umbrella term. It's like Christians and Catholics. You know?
Yeah.
All Catholics are Christian, but not all Christians are Catholic.
It's like a square rectangle thing.
Yeah. All squares are rectangles, but not all rectangles are squares. Actually,
they don't like when you call them that either.
No, yeah.
They get pissed.
No, they correct you. Like they'll correct you.
Yeah. No, dude, it doesn't work the other way around. Not all of us have squares, man.
Yeah, so I teach squares and rectangles how to write copy. And you should get your Wix site, be there or be square. Be there or be rectangle.
But not all rectangles.
Yeah. Dude, sometimes students text me like the souls of the damned, bro. Like, I just got one. I've never seen this lady in my life. She said, please help me enroll. I've requested assistance for over a week. Please advise. All right, let's add her live. Teachable.
You guys are dead. Nate has a question. You guys are dead ass. This made you wealthy and not trying to be a hater. Just wild to think like 5 years ago, you guys were in a completely different situation. Now you're living everyone's dream. Listen.
Yeah.
Everyone's like, well, Mason, fucking Wix is giving you money. So, like, you don't even have to do the ghostwriting. Wix isn't giving me money, and my apartment's sick, bro. I have a wraparound balcony. How do you think I did that? Do you think Wix doesn't just fucking throw me money willy-nilly?
You do have a wraparound balcony.
I do have a wraparound balcony.
I don't have a wraparound balcony, but I do have a pool on the balcony. Okay, wait. This person messaged me from Teachable saying, help me enroll. Babe, you're in Teachable. You're enrolled.
There's people who would love to do this but couldn't be on tonight. Send them our way. We'll help them out. I'll redo the first 20 minutes of the presentation if they don't miss it.
Well, you have another one soon. I mean, Clay, once you've seen it, brother. And if you're in Wix.
So there's some people who would love to be here tonight.
Yeah. Fuck them. All I care about is that you're here, dude. I don't care about everybody else. They'll come next week. It's fine. Is there a ceiling to ghostwriting as the number of clients you can handle is limited? Yeah, there's a ceiling to everything, but you can also hire people. So like if you get to the point where you're nasty at it and you want to do like 3-4 clients by yourself, and then you want to give some of the, like, let's say you have big clients, right? Like you have 4 big clients. They're paying you like 6 to 8K a month. You want to handle those yourself. And then you have people that, they only want to pay 3K a month, and that's not even worth your time anymore. So you can take a bunch of those on and give it to somebody else. Hire someone who has minimal experience. You can train them up, and then you can take on like another 5 clients, and you're not splitting the money with them. Maybe you pay them like $300 per client, and you're making $2,700. And then, yeah, you can scale it up. Like, and then obviously you're not going to do ghostwriting forever. Like you're going to do what I do and like funnel builds and what Griff does too, like more like growth operating stuff. And then you can have single clients that pay you like $50,000 a month. That's what you can look forward to. Not gonna lie, this definitely works. Been to 2 free classes from Mace, and I've been able to live off of copy for almost 3 years. It's actually insane. Is that my Santiago? Is that my boy? How do I send them your way? I was gonna say tell them to follow me on Instagram. I don't fucking have Instagram right now. Isn't that unfortunate? Send them the link, man. My Shake Shack's on the way. He flew here. Holy shit.
Shake Shack's not that far, bro.
I know, but from Shake Shack to my place in like less than 2 minutes, like that's insane.
Oh my God. Yeah.
You mentioned ceilings and you switched to place other copywriters and growth operators. What changed your experiences and mindset for you to do that? Well, it's just okay. So like once you learn marketing, like LinkedIn, YouTube, Instagram is just one thing you can do. Griff did a call on this today inside Inner Circle.
It's true.
Oh, drop the link again, Griff. Inner Circle link.
Inner Circle link.
Drop it again. Inside Inner Circle. There we go. Go apply right now. Apply now. On like all of the different things you can do as a copywriter, ghostwriter, marketer.
Did you like that call?
It was good. I was there for most of it.
You were there for a while.
Mexico, definitely not celebrating Cinco de Mayo. That's not something we celebrate. Yeah, dude, it's an American thing. It's fully an American thing.
It's Drinko de Mayo, dude.
Yeah. Cinco de Drinko. That's what it is.
Cinco de Drinko. Yeah. Cinco de Drinko.
I sent the proof email. What do I do now? You have to wait for Lucia to get to you, and she'll get to you in probably 2 minutes. Okay, yeah, just making sure, Santiago, because I have another student right now who's I showed him in the thing. He's from Portugal, though.
He's from Portugal.
Okay, a couple more questions, and I'm gonna let you guys go for lunch. My lunch. What else do you guys want to know?
I'll let you guys go for lunch.
Grifty, you have any questions?
How do I get clients?
Do you teach how to structure deals? Yeah, that's all in there. It's nuts, though. Def would like to get lit today. I mean,
you live in Mexico, right? You can do that anytime.
Every day's lit.
Every day it's lit. At the night show, ooh,
at the night show.
Everything can happen at the night show. Ooh.
What happened to your Instagram? My Instagram got fraudulently banned. Somebody paid to ban me, so I'm trying to get back.
There's a matrix attack.
Yeah, I'll be back. Don't worry. All right, buddy. Thank you for hanging out. This has been great. I will see you guys online. You know what? Follow me on TikTok at Cardinal Mason. All right. I'll see you guys later. I love you guys. Thanks, Griff. Thanks, everybody. Bye.
Got it, buddy. Peace.